Welcome to the Little Blue Vlog. It's Jem here. Thank you for clicking on this video. I hope it finds you well. I'm going to be talking about sexual dysfunction and mental illness. I want to talk about it, raise awareness of it, because it's something that people hide away from, don't talk about because it's very uncomfortable, and we need to be thinking about those people going through it because it has a huge impact on people's relationships, on their self-worth, their confidence, their self-esteem. It can make them question who they are. It can make them feel isolated, alone, odd, weird. It can make you just feel like there's something hugely wrong with you, when actually there's a very, very good reason why this is happening. And unfortunately, sometimes we can't control this, and we have no control over this, and there's not much that we can do. So I'm not going to be going into too much detail about my experience. I will be talking about my experience, but I do appreciate that it could make people uncomfortable, and it could make me uncomfortable. But the thing is, I don't want to not talk about my experience because it makes me uncomfortable, because then that's just kind of like perpetuating the same idea that we shouldn't be talking about it. So I'm going to go past my comfort zone today. Past my comfort zone? I'm going to, go past my comfort zone today and talk about it, because I'm hoping it will help other people who are going through the same thing. So I'll get on to how my week was in a sec. We'll go into weekly check-ins as well. But let's talk about sexual dysfunction and mental illness. But what is sexual dysfunction? Sexual dysfunction occurs when you have a problem that prevents you from wanting or enjoying sexual activity. So you are not maybe feeling the desire, you're not feeling aroused, you're not feeling sexual, you're not feeling horny. There's this kind of like, that there's part of you that wants to do it, but you don't have that full desire. You know that you should be able to do it, but you don't have that desire. It's the only time I'm going to say should, because that's what people might say. I should be feeling sexy, I should be feeling turned on, I should be feeling aroused, I should be getting some enjoyment from this, but I'm not. And I know that I have that. I have a very low libido, and this has an impact on mine and Andy's relationship, because I never really want to do it. I never feel that it's something that I want to do. I never feel turned on, and Andy and I have a very, very healthy relationship. We've got good communication. There's lots of trust, respect, honesty. Wonderful, wonderful relationship. But this is the area that we struggle with because of me. And I feel like there's something wrong with me. I feel like I should be able to enjoy sexual activities. I should be able to get the most out of our relationship. But because of things outside my control, I go through this sexual dysfunction. And because of that, I feel very trapped, I feel very isolated, I feel very alone with it. I feel like I'm a freak. And it's not nice for Andy, because then he thinks that I don't fancy him, and of course I do, but it's very hard. So that's kind of what sexual dysfunction is. And I touched a little bit on my experience. But why am I talking about this with mental illness? Well, because if you have a mental illness, then you may be likely to experience sexual dysfunction. Mental illnesses such as depression that's probably one of the main ones that I can think of that causes sexual dysfunction. Because you are so low, because you have lost enjoyment in things, you're less likely to have a high libido. You're more likely to have a very low libido, meaning that you don't want to take part in any sexual activity. But it's not just the mental illness, it's medications. Medications can cause sexual dysfunction. Antipsychotics, antidepressants. There are many, many medications that cause sexual dysfunction, and it is a very, very frustrating side effect, and it's something that we aren't talking about. And it impacts men and women in different ways. For men, a lot of the time it's erectile dysfunction, so you're not able to have an erection, therefore you'll not be able to have sex. For women, it's a loss of sexual desire. Sorry, for both men and women, it's a lack of sexual desire, but it may mean for some that you are unable to have an orgasm, or you're emotionally in the mood, but your body isn't. So it can affect people in different ways. And it's really, really hard. It's really difficult. And I know I'm not the only one, but sometimes I do feel like the only one, and I do feel like a freak. So for me, it's both medication and mental illness, and they both reduce libido. They both make me not want to have sex. They make me, and I mean, I do have problems with my body. I hate the way I look. I've put on a lot of weight, and I don't feel like I'm attractive enough to have sex with. Sorry, this is sharing a lot of stuff. I'm going to check this video out before I post it, because I'm not sure. Oh no, the thing is though, I want to talk about this stuff because people don't talk about it. People are scared about talking about this because it's not something we should be talking about. And I get that, but I still feel uncomfortable talking about it. And that is not helping things progress. We need to progress this so people are able to talk about it. I keep repeating myself, as always. But I feel for the people going through this, because it can really make you question who you are. And there are many, many things that happen when you have a mental illness. I'm not saying this is the worst symptom, but it is one of the symptoms. And for me, it's had an impact on my life. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. But I just want to ask this question to you guys. Do you experience this? And do you have any ideas for how to cope with this? I wish I could give you loads of advice, but I would say try and work on your relationship in other ways to get those strong, and then hopefully you'll feel stronger and more secure in yourself. Anyway, that's my thoughts on sexual dysfunction and mental illness. I'm really hoping that I haven't shared too much. If I have shared too much, then I'm sorry. But I'm sharing this stuff to help other people and to raise awareness and to reduce stigma, because it's something that affects many, many people in many ways. And sometimes it's our mental illness, sometimes it's our medication, sometimes it's both in my case, and you don't know what to do. So yeah, that's enough about that. How are you? How's your week been? Please tell me in the space below. My week has been good, another good week, and I'm feeling quite positive about stuff. I've been seeing more people, and been meditating, started meditating, and that's been going really well. Been doing that. I think I've meditated 10 days in a row now. Got the Headspace app. I know you probably all heard of it, but if you haven't, give it a go. It's quite expensive, but I've noticed that when I'm having lots of thoughts, when I'm meditating, it's getting easier and easier to kind of focus on the breathing and not let the thoughts take over. So I'm hoping that will have a positive impact on my thoughts and make me less kind of rapid thoughts. I don't know I'm still learning about it, so please share with me your experience. I'm gonna go now. Got through that video. Please don't unsubscribe. Please stay with me. This is just one of my videos, but if you want to check out the rest of my channel, please do. I talk about loads of stuff to do with mental illness. I've done stuff on recovery as well, personality disorders, depression, anxiety, seasonal affective disorder, loads and loads of stuff. Please check it out. Please like this video. Please share it with someone if you think it might be helpful to them, to make them feel less alone, because that's why I'm doing this channel, so we feel less alone, to reduce stigma, to raise awareness, to make everyone feel that they've got someone that they can go to, so they know that they're not on their own. So we need to be taking care of each other, love each other in this community, support each other, and be kind to ourselves. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys. Love you all to bits, and I will see you next time. Lots of love. Lots of love. Bye.